Welcome back, Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy, and today's knife was brought to us by the Apex Pass Around group, and that is the Artisan Cutlery Centauri. This variation is the Damascus version, and this comes in at $212. They also have a plain S35VN model with the CF handles for $199, and you can also get it in both blade variations with micarta as well, and maybe I think G10 for probably the same price as the micarta. I would take a guess. This is a Ray Laconico design. I absolutely love almost every design he's ever made. I got one right here that I think this is an Easy C or something like that. I just picked this one up. He just has nice smooth lines on his knives on most of them, and I just tend to like them. This is a pretty big knife. The specs on it: you have a total length of 8.125 inches, blade length of 3.5 inches, handle length of 4.6 inches, nice and slim at 0.41 from here to here in the pocket. Closed width is 1.3 inches, and you have a blade stock thickness of 0.125. And your thinness behind the edge is at 20 thousandths. So decent. It's the same thickness as the Spyderco Paramilitary too. So let's get a closer look at this. You have this Wharncliffe blade. I love how lines just flow naturally down there. You have a decently high flat grind with a nice top swedge, nice point for piercing. You have that Damascus pattern right there. It looks like a raindrop. I'm not certain though. It's not a very deep etch. It's a somewhat light etch. As you can see in certain lights, it kind of disappears. I prefer, a deeper etch, darker etch, but they did do a pretty good job of polishing the blade beforehand if I didn't have so many fingerprints on it. And I'm not the first person with this knife either. You have the Artisan logo right there. And on this side, if I can get it, you have the serial number and Damascus. They don't say what kind of Damascus. I have no clue. And being this is in Apex, I didn't really get to use this knife to see how it held up. Let's see, and there's your china right there. You do have a sharpening choil cut in here, or notch right there. Excellent. You have some jimping up here. I'd say it's probably medium traction, I would have to say. That jimping X is also used in the flipping action. So as you can see, it protrudes there is a front flipper. If you haven't used a front flipper before, you just put your thumb up there and rock it back. And the good thing about the front flipper is you don't have flipper tabs sticking out when you put your hand in your pocket to catch that flipper tab. So it just keeps it more discreet. I would have loved to see a thumb stud. I'll probably end up buying the smaller variation of this knife and put me a thumb stud on there. I may even pick up this big one. I like it a lot. Let's see, you have just plain hardware T8. Nice tight fit. Let me show you all this. I love seeing this. You don't strip them out as much. Absolutely no play, and it's nice and deep. Let's see what their T6 is like. T6 is, man, it's pretty decent. Not as deep as the pivot, but that's okay. So you have two body screws pivot. You have a backspacer, and they have on the backspacer the designer and the maker. So at least, keep that off the blade. That's a plus. And then they didn't break up the design by putting a lanyard hole in there. They put a lanyard post. Absolutely love that. You have contoured carbon fiber titanium. As you can see, it's rounded. Void-free carbon fiber and it looks pretty nice. It shimmers in the light. You have this, that milled out portion right here that he likes to do on a lot of his knives. And on this side, you have a nice rounded, contoured, blind screwed pocket clip. I love seeing that. Blade to handle ratio is nice. You're not gonna touch that tip in the closed position or the back spine of the knife. The blade centering, after many hands this went through, is dead on centered. Let's check out how that pocket clip rides. It goes in nicely, and that's what you have sticking out of the pocket. I think it looks nice and classy. Let's get some, oh, and the action on this thing's very nice. It rockets out. I'm not the biggest front flipper fan, but this one's easy to actuate, and you can slowly roll it open as well, because you can, that's one thing I do like, being the tangs up like this. I don't like front flippers where I can't completely slow roll it because I lose the tang up in this area, but I like how it's done so you can slow roll it open. They have some cutouts to get to the lock bar, chamfers. You have a lock bar insert right there. No skeletonization. I don't think it's really needed because of the carbon fiber and the thinness of the scales. Let's see, feels pretty good. Yeah, 3.67 for 3.5 inch blades are not bad. Definitely good weight for me, especially for the overall size. Let's get some size comparisons. One that I still need to review, my TRM Atom. These two are really close in size. The Atom is just a hair shorter. Benchmade bailout. Yeah, with that extra little pommel area, it's pretty close in length, but it's a little bit shorter as well. Let's see, Rat Model 1. Rat Model 1 is a little bit longer, and a good size comparison, the CJRB Centros. Centros is a hair longer as well. Alrighty, so some of my nitpicks. First one, being that you already have the designer and the maker on the back spacer, I wish they would have left the billboarding off of the blade. You have this nice Damascus blade. It would have been nice to have it sterile. You know, I know it doesn't pop out that much, but it's there. And like I said, you already have your branding here. I think it would have been nice just to take that off, but it's not hurting anything as far as functionality. Being that this is, you know, it just looks like a great cutter, I would have loved to see a nice hollow grind on here. Thin this out just a little bit more, but 20,000 is not that bad. I like nice slicers. Let's see. What else? This also has a free spinning pivot. That's not that nice on a $212 knife. I would much rather see a captured pivot, but at least you have torques on both sides, so you just need 2 torque wrenches, or if you don't have 2 torque wrenches, the way I usually do it is put this blade in a bind, just slightly push it down that way, and it'll allow you to unscrew that. Unless it's got some like red Loctite, then you'll have to probably heat up the pivot. But just kind of put the tip into something soft and push down, puts that blade in the bind, and it'll allow you to unscrew it. Sometimes you can even push the blade up with your thumb. That works in some occasions. Also, like I said, you have this nice sexy look. You got this nice carbon fiber, nice Damascus. I would have loved to see, you know, a decorative pivot or something. And come on, stop using T6. I hate T6. They strip out so easily. And then one more last nitpick, something I would have to fix if I buy this, is as you can see, these scales are flush. And even though they cut those chamfers in there, it's very hard to get. You gotta like push the fat of your thumb in there to push it out the way. At least the lock bar pressure isn't bad. I like to put the fat of my thumb right there and just push it over. So, you know, I wish they would have took off some right here or something, or let this come up, this side come up some. I don't know. It's just something that bugs me. And they also have some nice fine milling, if that's something you like. And you have the lock bar insert over travel. So overall, I like the knife. I plan on definitely picking one up as soon as they come out. I know they have the small version with the green micarta and the Damascus blade out right now. But as soon as they come out with the green micarta and the S35VN blade, I will be picking one up. And I might even pick up one of these larger ones if I can get my hands on one. Very smooth. Hoping the S35VN is just as nice. Detent's not too strong. That's another thing I like a lot. You can roll it out like this. It's holding it in there well. You got a little bit of up and down, but not something that bugs me. But on a front flipper, when it's got a strong detent, it's miserable to open. So I love whenever I can just flip it open in several different manners. So there you go. That was a quick look at this Artisan Centauri Rail Conico design. Let me know what y'all think. If you own it, let me know how yours is. Let me know how the detent is on yours. And if you already have that small one, let me know how that one is, because that's what I really want. I want a small micarta and S35VN. That'd be great. Overall, I think it's a great knife. Pretty good, you know, price tag, $212. I don't think that's so far out, and $200 for the S35VN model. Let me know what y'all think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button. Hope everybody's having an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.